One of the most fascinating facts about early language development is that human infants can start life with a kind of universal hearing. In the first months, babies can distinguish all speech sounds used in the world's languages, even contrasts they will never hear in their environment. A 6 months old English speaking baby can hear the difference between Hindi dental and retroflex stops or between the Zulu click consonants just as accurately as a baby growing up with those languages. At this stage, the auditory system is flexible, open, and not yet shaped by a specific linguistic environment. This ability is known as categorical perception. Infants do not hear speech as a smooth continuum of sounds. Instead, they divide acoustic input into discrete categories, vowel types, consonant classes, voice and distinctions, even before they fully understand language. These early categories are remarkably broad and inclusive. The brain has not yet decided which sounds matter and which do not. Around the end of the first year, this flexibility starts to narrow. The infant brain begins tuning itself to the specific sounds of the language. All languages it hears every day. Sounds that are meaningful in the environment become sharper, clearer, and easier to distinguish. Sounds that are absent gradually fade into perceptual noise. The brain effectively locks in the categories that are useful and lets the other weaken. This process is called perceptual narrowing. The classic example is the Japanese RL contrast. Japanese does not treat this as separate categories, so infants growing up in Japanese speaking environments begin to lose the ability to distinguish them by about 10 to 12 months. English speaking infants, however, maintain this distinction because their language requires it. Similar patterns appear with Korean tense lax consonants, Hindi retroflex sounds, and many other non-native contrasts. Infants everywhere start with the same universal potential and then experience reshapes the auditory system. Neuroscience shows that this shift is not just behavioral, but structural. As babies are exposed to language, synaptic connections strengthen for the sounds they hear and weaken for the ones they do not. The auditory cortex becomes most efficient, but also more specialized. The process is adaptive. It makes native language processing fast and automatic, which is essential for later grammar and vocabulary learning. The cost is a loss of fine-grained sensitivity to unfamiliar sounds, which is why adults often struggle to hear distinctions that their one-year-old selves could detect effortlessly. Categorical perception, then, is both a gift and a limitation. It allows infants to learn any language in the world, but it also commits them to one. The same system that enables rapid native language processing creates barriers when